Make sure you're going parallel if that doesn't bother your knees. I have a 25-pound dumbbell. You could go heavier or lighter, or just do body weight. 10 more seconds. Nice. Set that down, and we're going to do a dumbbell pullover. So laying down, and it will look like this. Pressing your back into the floor. Here we go. Nice, slow, controlled movements. Good. Engaging your lats and your core. Halfway there. Press your lower back into the ground. Great job. 10 more seconds. Last one. Pushing up. Press your lower back into the ground. We're going to do half of our 45 seconds on one side and then switch. So go ahead and carefully switch your weight here. Good. Pressing your core into the ground, that lower back pressing in the ground. Nice work. Last one. Great job. All right. Now we're going to do a kettlebell swing. So I'm going to use a 20-pound. You just want to be really careful coming down that you don't hit yourself, okay? So your core is nice and tight, and down and up. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Good job. Next up is our goblet squat. All right, our goblet squats. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Hold your core nice and tight. If you're holding a dumbbell or kettlebell, hold it right up to your body. Nice work. Spread your knees out. Good job. Almost there. Then we're going to get down on the ground for our dumbbell pull over. Okay. I'm using a 15-pound for this. All right. Press your lower back into the floor. Straight arm back and forward. Try to really concentrate on engaging your lats. Good job. Press your lower back into the floor. Oh, Maple found the pillow up on the couch. Nice job. Almost there. All right, go ahead and set that down and just rest. And next we're going to do our dumbbell press. Okay, so we'll start 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We're gonna go halfway on one side. Press your lower back into the ground. You can experiment which way feels better, if either one does, of pressing with your hand facing out, or you can turn it to the side like that and go down. Sometimes just little tweaks like that will affect your muscles differently. Switch sides. Nice work. Okay, set that down. And then grab your weight for your kettlebell swing. We are cruising. I'm going to grab my 25-pounder. And here we go. Straight arms on the way up. I have a little bit of elbow pain, so I am adjusting where I'm holding my dumbbell. Bend those knees, thrust those hips, squeeze those glutes, hold the core nice and tight. Working lots of different muscles here. Great job. Almost done. And then we have one more round. All right, last one. Whew. Grab a quick drink. And then, if you're using a dumbbell, pick it up, and we're ready for our goblet squat. Hold it nice and close to your body. Feet outside your shoulders, below parallel if you can. Just listen to your body. If you have pain, don't push through the pain. Listen to your body. If you have muscles that are, you're like, oh, that's working my muscle, that's different than pain. That's a good one. All right. I am proud of you for showing up for yourself, for your future health. Nice work. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Feel free to share these videos with anyone you think might benefit. Whew, okay. We're gonna get our lighter weight, or you can do heavier if you want. For our lat pull overs here. Back, flat, and here we go. Nice work. You know, there's a reason they say it's a dog's life. Hey, check out this dog of mine. You can't see Allie. Well, maybe you can. She's sitting in the sunshine. They're like, oh, this is great. Let Mom do the workout while we just take our nap. All right, almost there. And then we're going to take a little breather, stay on the ground. And our next movement is going to be our bench press. All right. Looking at the timer. Here we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and switch arms. Good. Awesome job. All right, go ahead and set that weight down. Bring it up. Whew, nice work. Last kettlebell swings. All right, going in 5. All right, we are going to go 3, 2, 1. Almost done. Whew. All right, great job.